So don't dismiss the mundaneness.
Mm-hmm.
If you're in a mundane situation, check this out, y'all. Communicate that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so properly communicate with your spouse that you feel. So again, because you have to be careful, because the spouse may feel like, okay, you know, they may consider the insult that like, well, I'm boring or something. But you have to properly communicate timing that, hey, I want to do something different. I'm feeling that our date days are becoming
Too routine.
too routine. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying?
Mm-hmm.
Let's do something different. Now, I'm just taking everything in. Okay, well, baby, I don't have enough money right now to do that. Cool. I tell you what, baby, how about we do this? Because all we do is buy pizza or make pizza, then watch movies. I really want to do something different. How about for the next 90 days, for the next 3 months, we put money aside for whatever.
The big date or the
Right.
big, the
So
extravagant.
while we're still doing the mundane,
Mm-hmm.
because financially we're not there, we are setting aside $5 per paycheck. Each one of you guys is setting aside. She's setting aside. He's setting aside, and we're just setting aside $5 for the next whatever, so that we can finally go to boom. But figure that out. Like, okay, if we save $5 each, or $10 each, or $20 a week, how much would that be? Okay, that'd be all right. Cool. So that's what. Let's do 25, because I can add that better. That's 25. You got 25. I got 25. So that's $100. That's $200. 2, 4, 6. So baby, at the end we got $600. What do we want to do with $600? Okay, I heard they got the ticket coming out for this, and so okay, so this date, 3 months from now, $600 is going to be set aside for this big 3 month date.
Mm-hmm.
All the while we're still doing the mundane thing, but we're saving now for a purpose.
Yeah.
And because you communicated that you don't want to keep eating popcorn and watching a movie, but you want to do something different. Here's a plan,
To
but
move
this
ahead.
plan
Yeah.
is going to require us to sacrifice so we can do this. Now we're talking to people who maybe they don't have the money, but they're trying to figure something out.
Mm-hmm.
This is what we're going to do now mentally. The I'm hoping now mentally the mundaneness is not so bad,
It's shifted really
because
because
I'm
it's
looking. Yeah,
anticipation.
I have
Mm-hmm.
anticipation. We and then do a countdown date. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
They have a countdown app for you to do that.
Yeah, and then all right. So you got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 12 dates to the big date. We got 11. We got 10. Like, you're counting down those dates to this big date, and now you've created another thing, along with the dates. You're still dating though. You're still doing your date, your date night or date day every week up until that point, and now it has become something, and it's a countdown to the big thing. And every 3 months we're doing something great. And it's a countdown to that. So that's just an idea. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, and so another idea that come to my mind is you all can. I remember a friend of mine. She gave me a jar that had d- um, date 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 ideas,
Mm-hmm.
and so it was like either you had to come up with a stay at home date, or it was budgeting on a dating on a budget. It was I can't remember all of them, but it was really creative. And
Mm-hmm.
so when you pull that popsicle stick out or that color, then you
Mm-hmm.
had to pick from those activities that were listed.
Right.
So it could be going to the museum,
Mm-hmm.
maybe like staycationing, taking a different approach to your own city.
Mm-hmm.
It could be going out of town. It just could be very creative. So anyway, my
Mm-hmm.
my point is that maybe you and your spouse can set aside some things that you've always wanted to do, put that in a jar,
Mm-hmm.
and then you can you can pull out different ideas. Maybe you can do a DIY project. That could be a date day or date night.
It's exciting.
Huh?
It's exciting.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, there are different ways again to break that mundaneness. Then the other thing is a he pick you pick. So like he has to plan the entire date day, and then you have a time where you pick the date night or day thing, and then the other thing is that you all exchange doing what each other like. So this previous date night that Patrick had and I had, we did a rom-com, a romantic comedy. So it was a movie that I got to pick, and so he had to enjoy that movie. He had to stay fully
You
engaged.
heard she said, I had to enjoy it.
He had to. And it
Right.
ended up being really
It
good.
was good.
Now, there are times where we have some romantic actions, and I have to admit, Patrick is phenomenal with picking streaming movies. He is good. Now, me, on the other hand, is kind of like, I don't know
So,
what
but
I'm
here's
going
the
to get.
thing, though. She'll pick a movie. So here's why I don't like when she pick movies,
Yeah.
especially at nighttime,
Aw,
because she will fall asleep
I
and
will.
I'll keep watching it.
Hmm.
And guess what? I get into it. I think the very first movie, not the first movie, but one of the movies that comes to mind, she fell asleep on, and that was what was the one when the guy Noah,
Yeah, the notebook.
the Notebook. Hey,
Hey, y'all need to look
that
at
junk
that.
go hard in the paint. If you've never
Listen.
seen it,
Yeah,
that junk go hard in the paint. Don't watch it on the one of them streaming because they like
they edited
if you
the
can find it
end.
there, they edit the end part. But that was the dopest part
Yeah,
of the
that was
movie
so
was the
delicate, so
end.
intimate.
And
Yeah.
hey, listen, hey, I'm gonna go ahead and confess. I was crying like I'm looking. I'm like, man, this Negro sleep, man. And I'm like, God, man, sucker, God, if we had to go,
It was a lot of dust.
that's that's how I want to go with my wife. Like it was, but it was a good move. And I'm like, now you got me up watching this movie. You picked the
I
movie
did.
and fell asleep.
In
And
my
for me, I
defense,
just don't like to. I don't like to watch movies and not see what the end is gonna be.
in my
You know what I'm saying?
defense, in my defense, it's a long movie. Okay, it was a long movie,
That's true.
and Valentine Day is coming up, so there would be a great couples date night movie.
The streaming,
Like you
like,
can
go
make it a
find the. I
whole
don't know if they
thing.
still sell DVDs. If you can, go get the DVD.
Yeah.
Put
Now,
it in
look, the
something.
thing is, they sell DVDs, but do they still have a DVD player?
I don't know.
Now,
If you believe your marriage is in need of coaching, Shamika and I are certified marriage and life coaches. Just log into our website, www.hiswifeherhusband.net, to book your discovery call.
wives, if you are looking for one-on-one coaching, put his wife in the notes section.
Husbands, if you are looking for one-on-one coaching, put her husband in the notes section.
Husbands and wives, if you are looking for marriage coaching as a couple, put his wife, her husband in the notes section.
Remember, our purpose is to help you build
And sustain your marriage.
from a biblical perspective.
So go on over to www.hiswifeherhusband.net to schedule your discovery call today.